Hi, Tony Pulliam, For Good Reasons Roofing. I want to show you a little bit of wind damage on a roof, show you what it looks like, show you how some of it you can see from the ground, some of it you can't see from the ground. We'll look at this as we go here. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I'm talking about. We have shingles. This is a 25-year shingle. Some people just call it a 3-tab. There are 20 and 25-year varieties of this, and there are some others, but that's mostly what we see. So right here, where am I? Right there. You can see a little bit of a crease right here. That's a crease from wind damage. You can see that one's actually not coming up. It's resealed. This one's up. Here's one. This is okay. Here's the obvious type of wind damage. This one happens to be something you'd see from the ground real easy, but it's in a place where you can't really see it that well, right at the bottom where it comes in this rubber portion of the roof. This is where wind has blown it, creased it, eventually creased it so much that it's broken. This house is getting a new roof tomorrow, so it doesn't matter so much what I do here, but it's blown up. Finally it blew up, had no reason to come back down. It's just been laying like that, obviously, for quite some time. You can see the stain, and you can see to the right it's about to fall off, but that's the condition it's in. You have another type of wind damage that this shows right here. Even if it does lay back down and doesn't have a crease, right here is material that's been ripped off of the shingle below it. That won't seal back down. The sealant is between. This is some of the other shingle, so now there's no reason for this to stick here. Here's another one. This is obvious again from the ground. If you see this on your roof, obvious wind damage, the way it's torn and gone. Some less obvious wind damage will be some stuff where you might get some lines. See if this is one. Yeah, okay. This has a crease across there. It's not real obvious on the ground, but that's been blown up enough that it's got a crease in it. That's wind damage. This one maybe, yeah, this one has the same thing right across here. It's not straight across. It probably came loose here longer. It's been loose on the left side longer than the right side, so it's more creased. Here's another one. No, that one looks like it's sealed back down. Okay, this is where you have several of them. When you have several of them, you look for something. Right there it is. Right here, that's a staple instead of a nail. This roof has been put on with staples. So that staple is no longer holding that. That's wind damage that you, obviously from back here you can't see it. That's called a pulled fastener. So whether it's a nail or a staple, if that shingle, the wind pulls that shingle off of it, completely off of it, it's not going to fasten back down. That is another type of wind damage. That's something you don't see just from the ground. You have to have somebody look at it, and even some inspectors, some contractors or whoever will come and inspect it and not see that. But that is wind damage. This is a hip right here, but this is where that gable comes back and joins the front slope of the house. Just from age, that's all broke up. People have probably stepped on it, but it's also just brittle from getting older. We also have a little bit lower. Here's another really good shingle. That's almost starting to seal back down, but definitely has some really bad creases in it. Sometimes you don't see these shingles because they're in a tight spot like this, and from the ground you can't even see them. So these are things that would tell you that it might be a good idea to get the roof inspected from time to time. Any roof, but especially if your roof gets a little bit older, and you've not had anything to get anyone up there to look. No reason to look at it. Here's another little wind damage, that creased one next to the one that's gone. But if you've not had anyone on your roof for any reason for even just 1 year, it's worth getting a free inspection done. So that's the stuff that you got to look out for. Some of it's not very obvious. That's why it's probably a good idea to have a contractor look at your roof. It's also a good idea to look at the contractor while he's looking at your roof. Make sure he's keeping himself honest, looking at damage that is already there, if there's damage, and giving an honest report on whether or not you have storm damage and whether or not your roof has aged to the point that it needs to be replaced. That's it.
If we failed to answer one of your wind damage questions, or if you have further roof-related questions, please send us an email at tony@forgoodreasons.com or visit our website at www.forgoodreasons.com. Thank you for watching.